talk about some new laws taking effect in 2018, and one in particular, Anita, I know that's caught your attention and mine, is what should we do with FIDO should an unfortunate situation like a divorce come along, because really now a judge is going to decide what's in the best interest of the pet.
Yeah, like a prenuptial, but a pup-nuptial.
Yeah, you got to get a pre-pup.
I like it.
Illinois' new law aimed at making sure that FIDO goes to the best home should you and your lovely spouse decide to call it quits. Keep it here. You know, there is a big change in Illinois divorce law come 2018. So starting Monday, couples in divorce court will have a judge determine who gets custody of their beloved pets. Joining us to talk about this law, and this is a big deal, only the second state to do it after Alaska, is Erika Wyatt. Erika Wyatt is from Schiller DuCanto and Fleck law firm. Good morning to you. Thank you for coming in.
Good morning, Scott.
I'm really glad to talk about this with you because I joke with people, you know, my dog Lucy, I call her my dog-ter rather than my daughter because she's like a child to me. And it's interesting because I cannot imagine parting with her. Heaven forbid something should happen with my wife and I. But this is a real deal. This has become such a hot-button issue with these pet parents that they've decided here in Illinois to change the law. So what's the bottom line? How does a judge decide who should get the pet?
Well, the judge is now going to be charged with considering the well-being of the pet in deciding who has allocation or ownership of the pet and allocating the responsibilities for the pet. In the past, pets were treated like any other personal property, so just like your dishwasher or your automobile.
And like chattels.
Exactly. And, you know, the judge didn't consider who rinses the dishes better before allocating the dishwasher. So now we have a new class of property ownership that considers the well-being of the pet.
Okay, I would imagine there's a lot of scenarios, and you as an attorney would, let's just say you're my attorney. So I'll go back to Lucy. So I raised Lucy from the time she was a puppy. I took her to a lot of obedience training. Yes. She and I spent a lot of time together. More recently, she's 6. My wife has been doing more of the heavy lifting. So if you're my lawyer and I'm going into the courtroom, what are you telling me as far as convincing the judge that Lucy should be with me?
Well, the first thing to do is to get an attorney who is aware of the issue and familiar with family law issues in general. You are going to want to look at who has the ownership or registration papers of Lucy, not only who trained Lucy and who spent time with Lucy, who takes Lucy to the vet, who gives her heartworm medication, who makes arrangements when you travel for the care of Lucy when you're not there. So every piece of evidence is going to come into play in determining Lucy's well-being.
You know, whether we're talking about dogs, you know, there's the heartstring impact, but when we're talking about certain pets, there can also be a tremendous monetary value. You were telling me something interesting. You know, there are people that are horse owners, and sometimes horses can fetch quite a price. Does that change how we would approach this in divorce court?
It does not at this time. You know, the monetary value of any personal property is still going to be allocated according to the judge's discretion. So let's say, for example, there's a horse that's worth $1 million in a marital estate, and the horse is marital property, and one party wants the horse over the other. The party may be allocated ownership of that horse, but along with that horse comes its value. So it's going to become a complicated issue.
All right, and complicated often in times of divorce. I think people use material objects as, you know, weaponry. You know, I'm not going to give you, you know, your favorite hutch just to spite you. Yes. I would imagine that because of this law, it might become a point in time where we see people using our beloved pets as this, you know, this means of hurting our spouse that we are no longer going to be married to.
Well, and that has already existed. And, you know, right now under the laws of today in Illinois, you could grab the dog, and, you know, possession was 9/10 of the law, and you could deprive the party of their pet. Now it's going to diminish the ability to do that because the court is going to be looking at the well-being of the pet.
That's the good news. Erika Wyatt, I want to thank you for coming in. Where can we get more information?
You can reach me at Wyatt, EWYATT at sdflaw.com, or visit our firm's website at www.sdflaw.com.
The lesson learned, Anita, is you can divorce me, but I get the dog. Back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Scott.